Well, hey, good evening, Facebook. Chief Meteorologist Chase Menendez here. I've got Bridget Sarpong still doing a little team coverage with me, but she's in the newsroom just kind of keeping up with a lot of these closures that we have going on due to the cold weather and the snow that's about to be moving in. We still have that blizzard warning in effect in the Guadalupe Pass, too. I'll be honest, I never thought I'd say blizzard warning in West Texas, but here we are, 2021. Seems like the wackiness just doesn't stop. But I wanted to give you guys an update as far as when we can expect the snow tomorrow, because some of the newer model runs are pushing up the timing, and that means that the snow is going to be occurring a little bit earlier in the day, and it's also going to be moving out a little bit earlier in the day as well. So a little bit of good news there. Hopefully by Monday we can start to see our temperatures turning around in the afternoon. I'm thinking it may be a little bit of sunshine in Monday afternoon's forecast, and that would help us turn some things around, help us warm up a little bit, and hopefully melt a little bit of that snow and ice that we're seeing. But as it sits right now, there still is a lot of snow and ice on the ground. Now, here's a look at the newest run of the model. Again, this just came up, and I really wanted to give you guys an update on this because it's showing off that timing a little bit more advanced than some of the previous models. And the last update that I gave you guys was showing a little bit of a later time frame here. But notice this wintry mix here starting to cruise into some parts of the central basin, this pinkish color indicating that wintry mix. And the timing on that now, 2 a.m. As we click through, we get to about 4 a.m. You can see some of that wintry mix beginning to sprout up in Ector County, down towards Crane. We could start to see a little bit of that. Now, I do expect some wintry mix to be a little more widespread. So basically what we see in Odessa, we should be also seeing in Midland by about that same time frame. As we go towards about 8 a.m., that's when we'll start to get those bands to push in from the north and west. Snow bands, mind you. So make sure to watch out for that. We've already got a lot of ice on the roads. We've had a lot of sleet for the past couple of days, and this snow looks like it's just going to pile up on top of all that sleet and ice that we've got out there. So we are still dealing with a lot of slick road conditions, and unfortunately, it looks like they're only going to get worse. Now, previously, the earlier run of the model was showing about this situation by 10 a.m. So it's moved up a good 2 hours so far, according to this latest run of the model, and it could trend even further by another hour or maybe even another half hour from that point. So I'd say between the hours of about 6 a.m. and about 3 to 4 p.m., we could be looking at a lot of snow falling. Now, as we advance through to about 10 a.m., notice how widespread that snowfall is. The entirety of the basin almost, as well as south of I-10, you can still see a ton of that snowfall. The mountains, we've got that blizzard warning in Guadalupe Pass. Again, I never thought I would say blizzard warning, but that's exactly what we've got going on. Really strong winds and a lot of snowfall picking up. Now, as we track through, notice once we get to about 2 p.m., then things start to clear up. Now, I'm not as optimistic here according to what the model is showing. I still think we're going to see some lingering snow showers by about 2, 3, 4 p.m. But notice south of I-10, Marfa, Fort Stockton, Pecos, all going to be very, very snowy. As we get to about 5 p.m. in the evening, then I expect everything to finally start clearing out. This model actually resolving patches in that cloud cover of some clear sky popping up again. I'm not quite as optimistic. I think it's still going to be really cloudy on Sunday evening. But at the same time, that does give a good indication, a good impression. Hopefully, we can see at least these clear patches result in some lower snowfall, if not those clear skies. And as we continue on through the hours, once we get to about 9 p.m., everything kind of pushes off to our east, at least as far as the snow goes. Still a little bit of snowfall in Presidio County, but either way, it's going to be a lot of snow. And again, I estimate about 4 to 6 inches. Now, this model also showing off snow totals, so it looks like just going to be a lot of snow here. This one now showing 2.5 inches for Odessa Midland. Again, I do think that we're going to see a little bit more than what the model is showing, and I do think it's going to move out a little later than what the model is showing. But either way, most of that snow begins by around 6 a.m. This model showing about 8 a.m. for the beginning of that snowfall here. So again, 6 to 8 should be about our time frame to when that snow starts for Odessa and Midland. If you're in Carlsbad, Hobbs, Lee County, or the northern Trans-Pecos, you're going to start that snow a little bit sooner, and it's also going to move out a little bit sooner too. Notice it starts breaking up by about 2 p.m. And again, we're still looking at lingering snow showers by about that point. Now, as far as watches and warnings, let me go ahead and show you this. This is that blizzard warning. Again, I really never thought that I would see that, but we do have Culberson and Eddy County, and the Guadalupe Pass. We've got that blizzard warning until Monday at 1 a.m. Gail, I'm not exactly sure about ECISD currently, but I would guesstimate that ECISD is actually going to be closed just due to how much snowfall we're going to be seeing. I know that we do have a list of closures up on our website. If you go to yourbasin.com, you should be able to find all the closures. I'm not exactly positive whether ECISD is already closed, but I do estimate that most school districts are going to be closed on Monday. So I hope that helps you, Gail. But either way, getting back to the winter storm warning, this one expiring at 6 a.m. on Monday. So winter weather in the forecast all the way through all day tomorrow and into Monday morning, even right around sunrise. And then we'll start to see, hopefully, that snow moving out in the early afternoon on Monday. But either way, we've got a wind chill warning Monday at 1 p.m. as well. So not only are we going to see temperatures just bottoming out by the time we get to the start of the work week next week, but we're also going to see wind speeds really ramping up to about 20 miles per hour. So combine those two factors, and it is going to just feel really, really cold. The National Weather Service put out an update earlier today saying you can actually get frostbite on exposed skin in as little as about a half an hour or less. So be on the lookout for that. If you do have to head outdoors, just make sure to bundle up and cover up too. Don't forget about your nose and your fingertips and things like that. Notice these temperatures by the time we get to Sunday into Monday, single digits. And as the winds pick up to about 15 miles per hour, we're going to see our wind chill factor feel like minus 10, minus 15, even possibly minus 20. So again, it's just going to get to be really, really cold. And we've already got a little bit of snowpack here in Odessa. You can see it's not technically snow, it's actually sleet, which is a little slicker, a little more slippery than snow. But we do have about 3 to 6 inches right centered around Odessa. A little bit of a patch just south of Midland. But either way, this lighter blue color indicates 1 to 3 inches of snowpack. So be on the lookout for that. If you do have to drive anywhere, make sure you're exceptionally careful. I actually had to run into the station earlier today. I'll be honest, I was going about maybe 15, 20 miles per hour about the whole way. It's normally a 10-minute drive if I'm going the speed limit, but obviously speed limits at 40 miles per hour is a little bit tricky to drive on, especially when the roads are this icy. So if you're going 15, 20 miles per hour, don't fret, don't feel bad about anybody behind you or whatever. You got to do what you got to do to stay safe. And this is definitely one of those times to go very, very slowly. So again, make sure you're careful out there. As we head into Sunday, temperatures are going to back off and wind speeds are going to ramp up. Not the best combination. So make sure to wear a lot of layers and make sure to cover up your fingers and your nose. Of course, cover up your toes as well. Make sure you're wearing shoes. It is going to be really, really cold. Again, frostbite can set in 30 minutes, maybe even less, depending on how high the wind speeds get by the end of Sunday evening and into Monday morning. As well, we're also going to be looking at that wind chill advisory, making it feel like minus 10, minus 15, maybe even minus 20 in some spots. So again, make sure to stay safe out there. Stay off the roads if you can, and stay warm if you're headed out the door. We'll give you a later update coming up tonight as well. We'll be on air on TV on Channel 2 for Big 2 News at 10 Weekend Edition. So make sure to check that out as well. Until next time, Facebook, stay safe.